Good morning, everyone. That is a very light good morning, but I hope the energy is actually here in the room. So good morning, everyone. So my name is Kwamou Feukeu. Kwamou or Eva, both are fine. I will have the opportunity to spend the next 2 days actually together. I'm very happy to be here. I'll also share some housekeeping rules, but just before I do that, I'd like to share just a few words. So someone who's here, and I will not tell the name of that person because that's not the energy that we want to set, so I won't snitch. Someone who's here actually shared with me the fact that they were feeling slightly underprepared, which I find to always be interesting when we feel underprepared for an event about something that does not exist. But what I got to actually realize, and that's something that I found to be quite interesting about this topic of liminalities, is the fact that we're also going to get to discuss things that are actually at the borders of our very own understanding. The limits between feeling ready and the desire to actually be ready, and the very limits that exist in our ability to understand the world that we actually live in. So as we embrace this idea of liminalities, the issues of representation, and also talk about the opportunities that comes from border spaces, that comes from the frontiers. It is also very interesting for us to explore together and acknowledge together the limitations of our own thinking and our own perception of the world that surrounds us. Those were just my few words. Now, it's good for me to actually share with you some housekeeping rules. One of them that is important that you might have heard downstairs is about the reception, which is a very cozy area, but we'll ask you to just not overextend or overstay your welcome there. So as soon as you're done with whatever you need in the reception room, make sure that you actually can enjoy some time in all of the different rooms. You'll find the Imagine rooms in your program. They're all on the ground floor. You'll find also, we're in the Inspire room, the auditorium. You'll also get to see the lab that is on the 5th floor. You have an entire team here of hosts and hostesses. You can recognize them with a blue ribbon all around. So please, and I actually would like to thank them as well for all of the work that they have put in and the work that continue to put in the event itself. You have also received a Slack code or a Slack link to Slack to share a few words on your own understanding of what liminalities are about. Please make sure that you do that. There'll be QR code around for you to do that. And for those of you who've received a Wi-Fi code, make sure that you also ask every day for new Wi-Fi codes, and you can actually talk directly to the team that is responsible for that. I think that was basically, in terms of housekeeping, there might be one last rule, which would be, you have different spaces, make sure you can actually engage with them, bring the conversation around. I've just started by talking about how liminalities is about connecting, but also about appreciating the limitations within us and with the other. And so that requires understanding, that requires conversation. So I do hope that we're actually setting the space for that. And last but not least, whenever you speak, that means that somebody else is not speaking, which means that do appreciate the time that you have when you speak and make sure you appreciate other people's time when they're speaking, which is a great transition for me to introduce the next speaker. This way, I also appreciate the fact that you've allowed me to speak now, and we'll hand the mic over to Alan Rosen, the Dean of the École des Ponts Business School. Thank you so much.